up, guys? You guys just saw me take off the front end of the car, so you should know what that means. We're gonna put the motor in. So front end's off. Only thing we have up here that's kind of in the way of going straight is the bash bar and the wire harness right here, but not a big deal. It saves us a lot of room already just with the core support gone. I think I have everything on the motor as of right now. Obviously the intake manifold's not there, but that can be put on once it's in the car. If I have to pull the motor out again, then oh well. But right now we're just gonna mock it up so we can see what I'm gonna do for a cross member and also what I'm gonna do for a drive shaft. They need to get the length. So that being said, I'm just gonna throw you guys back on the time lapse because you know what putting a motor in looks like. It's kind of pointless to watch, but it's fun to watch. So back to the time lapse. Alright, so we got the motor in, and right now Brandon's working on trying to figure out how we can get this core a little bit more straight, because as you can see, the oil feeds right there. And as much as possible, you kind of want that core to be straight up and down. So we're trying to see what we can do. It's kind of hard because the oil drain kind of hits the T4 flange. So we're trying to figure out if we can loosen this, rotate this, just to do as much as we can to get this to be more vertical, right? Vertical. So yeah, we're just trying to figure stuff out. Jack is holding up the trans right now because we don't have a trans mount. Probably just gonna end up making one because it'll be a lot easier. We can just see what we need. I can take it to Spencer, have him weld it, or whoever. But yeah, we're just trying to see what we are working with right now. What's up, guys? It's a new day. We're out here at DefWorks. We're dropping off our downpipe so he can weld it up. Let me show you guys up close a little bit of what we did. So I didn't really film much of us like mocking it up and figuring out how we got to this shape because you know what? It was actually really difficult. I'm not a fabricator, so all this stuff was kind of new to me. And I almost gave up. I almost thought I can't do this. I'm just going to have someone else do it. But I figured it out. I was able to get the shape and everything the way we needed to get to match up to our exhaust. So we got our Marmon V-band flange to mate to the Borg Warner turbo, and then we got the eBay downpipe that we ordered, cut off the 3-inch V-band and replace it with this pretty much at the angle that we need it. And it comes down here. We cut one of the O2 ports off because there's usually one here and one directly below it. And then in this tape section, there's a little pie, and then from there, it's a little like 45-ish kind of degree thing. Goes into our flex pipe, into our adapter from the 3-inch to the 4-inch, and then into our 4-inch V-band. So we're here at DefWorks. He's gonna go ahead and weld this up, and we'll see you guys when he's all done with it. So I owe you guys a bit of an update. I got quite a lot done off camera, kind of just started doing little things here and there, and a lot of little things ended up to being a lot of things. So let me just explain to you guys where we're at right now. We got the turbo all nice and straight. I was telling you guys how we were trying to figure out how we can make this work. We changed this 45 to a 60-degree fitting. That way we can clock the housing or the core a little bit more straight, and we also grind the flange down just a little bit. You can see here, it's very close. It's not touching, but it's close. So this is as straight as we're going to be able to get it. You can see the oil feed part is right there. The manifold or the drain line is close to the manifold, but it's not touching. We got the heat sleeve to help with that. Let's see, what else do we got going on? We have the intercooler piping this side. This kind of, I've always been here, but that's going to kind of shoot in there. We have an idea for that later. We also have a transmission mount. Let me show you guys that right now. Let me get another car. So I went ahead and bent up a transmission mount. So I cut the ears off of the W58 transmission mount that I had before. That way I have something to build off of. Then I just got this 3/16 inch thick steel from Home Depot, and I bent up a bracket so it holds the poly bushings where it needs to go, and it's gonna get welded up here, and here as well. And I also have a little triangle bracelet I'm gonna put right around here. My buddy Jacob is gonna go ahead and come over here and weld that up for me today, actually, so hopefully I can get some of that. We got our Garagistics selector rod put into the transmission here, and that's it from down here. We also have our downpipe that we dropped off at DefWorks, as you guys saw. He got everything welded up exactly where it needed to go. I gave him a little bit of a challenge because nothing was prepped or marked. I just kind of gave it to him taped, and he was able to keep everything in the right spot to where it would bolt onto the turbo still and bolt onto the downpipe. So you can see it has the 4-inch transition there to the flex pipe to this little pipe here, a little pie, and this section to the Marmon V-band flange. So that's all set. What else did we get done? We also went ahead and moved our fuel filter right there. It used to be, if you watch the old videos, right along here on the frame rail, actually where that clutch delay valve is. It used to be bolted right over there, but we went ahead and moved it. That way we can have better routing for the fuel lines, also so we can have a spot for the clutch delay valve. All right, and what do you know? There's no more jack stand holding up my transmission. Jacob welded up the transmission as you guys just saw, and we got the poly bushings in there. Everything's all nice and tight. So now the drivetrain, engine, and transmission is now officially, if you look under here, held up under its own mounts completely. So transmission has its own thing. It's on the engine mounts. Motor and tranny are officially in and bolted up. And one last thing I want to show you guys before I end this video is we installed our chassis mounted shifter. We hole sawed the hole in here, got the bolt in. We still got to drill that hole out. It was a little difficult last night because if you look, it's at the edge of the plate. So now that everything's all nice and tight, this plate itself will actually act as a guide so I can drill this hole through. Then our shifter will be mounted. So we're still waiting on our linkage. Our linkage was a little too short, but we have that over at DefWorks. He's welding that up for us and welding a few other things for us. So I think I'm going to end the video here. This video is kind of all over the place, a little spotty. But that being said, we made a lot of progress. So actually, one more thing. If you take a look at this list here, we had quite a ways of work to do. And a lot of it is already crossed out. So oil feed line, intake manifold, and injector fuel rail. That will all be taken care of once my injectors come in. I can do this. The oil feed line, I can actually take care of that tomorrow when my oil cooler shows up, because I got an oil cooler set up. It actually has a port to where I'm going to get my turbo feed line for the oil. So all of this can get taken care of really quickly. Intercooler piping, we're working on that. We got a few pieces here that we're working with. Dry shaft, I actually already ordered that today, so it should be done sometime next week. That's easy. Intercooler piping. ECU, we're actually using Garza's ECU Masters EMU Black, or whatever it is. He has one that I'm going to use for now, just because I'm a little short on time. And we're going to use his, and once we come back from the event, we're going to go ahead and buy him a brand new one. And the adapter harness I already ordered. Fuel lines will also get taken care of when we get the injectors. Install the harness. Once everything's on and injectors are in, harness can go on. Catch can lines, that's kind of a maybe. I might just do something easy and cheap for now. But if we have time and extra money, we're going to go ahead and do the TFF Works catch can here, the radium fittings to get both of them in here. And shifter linkage, like I said, we're already working on that. And if we have time, which I think we might be able to pull it off, power steering, cooler, this stuff, roofing, trunk, wing, hood, and rear bumper, that's probably not going to happen because even if I do get a hold of them, I'm not going to be able to get it painted in time. But that being said, we made a lot of progress. We still got a little bit to do, but it should be going by really quickly. So hope you guys are ready to see whatever we're going to do for the next video. So that being said, peace out. I'll see you in the next one. Well, guys, I have something to show you. The motor and trans is back out of the car. Despite everything that we've gotten done, it's sitting right over there. We got the shifter in. Me and Robert were working on it the other day, and I found out that my shifter was very sloppy. So it had something to do with the pin that I had sitting in here. It kind of wobbled when it was in gear, so that was that issue. But I couldn't tell the difference between third and fifth. Like I didn't have that little tension gate thing. So that was telling me that my detents were bad. I never replaced them, so probably have to do that, which I am going to do that. Right over here, we have the detent replacement kit and the shift pins and the special tools for it and whatnot. So we're going to go ahead and do that. But that being said, I'm just going to end this video here. The motor went in the car. We got a lot of stuff done. I showed you guys the downpipe, the trans mount, and we also got a drive shaft. The drive shaft came in today, actually. So we got more parts, but nonetheless, we had to take it out. We're going to do it right the first time. So that being said, peace out. See you in the next one.